Herbie Hancock, one of the greatest keyboard players of all time, and one of my personal favorites. He's inspired me more than a lot of keyboard players, especially with all the cool gear and sounds he works with, and the whole philosophy around improvising live. I really like that, and I think it's kind of defined what we do as a band. But a lot of people, their first introduction to Herbie Hancock, including me, is Chameleon. And Chameleon is a fantastic song, but there was a version of Chameleon that they performed in Germany. And I have it here on a CD that I bought from Japan, as you can see. And in this version, he uses what I believe to be an ARP Pro Soloist. I don't know a lot about Genesis, but I heard they use it a lot. And specifically, the banjo patch. And this is, to me, the single funkiest bass synth tone. It fucking rocks. Big time. So, if you've got a minute, look up Herbie Hancock Chameleon Live in Germany, 1974, and give that a listen before continuing this video, just so that you know what I'm talking about. Now that we've done that, the problem with imitating that tone is the Pro Soloist has its own particular sound. Initially, this video was going to be different. It was going to be how to get that sound on the Behringer Poly D. But I tried that for a good bit yesterday and last year a little bit as well. I've been thinking about this video for a while. But I tried that, and I just could not for the life of me get it. And you'll hear that here. So, although it was disappointing to find out that we cannot make it with a like a Moog type synth, or at least I can't, I didn't want to give up on it because I love it. I love how it sounds, and I don't want to buy a Pro Soloist just yet. I don't know a lot about them. There's not a lot for sale, and I've already got enough keyboards that need probably a little more maintenance than I've been giving them. So I figured, why don't we try to make it with something that we do have? And I do have something with a banjo sound. So the problem with having a banjo sound, however, is the things that do have a banjo sound do not have filters that you can control easily, like a DX7. You can totally get a banjo sound, but there is no easily accessible, low pass on it. And there's a lot of other controls that you don't have as well, and it's hard to synthesize with FM. But I did manage to find a banjo patch, and I will be including at the end of the video the exact settings you need to copy on your DX7 to get that patch. And then I also have this Yamaha Porta Sound PSS 280, and this is by all means a toy, but it has a banjo sound, and I found that both of these offer a pretty decent approximation of the sound. It's not going to be the same, but I don't want to use a VST. Shit's lame. VSTs are lame. I want to use hardware. And I'm already using a DX in my shows now. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. All right, so the first thing we're going to go through is the Yamaha Porta Sound. We'll just turn it on to normal, bump the volume. If we check our patch list, 51 is banjo. So 51, leave dual voice on so we get a little bass underneath, and transpose down 12. And we get this, just through the onboard speakers. So that's pretty good. That's already well on its way. But it's not quite right. It needs a little effect. It needs a little bit of low pass. It needs a little emphasis. It needs just a little tweaking. But it's pretty close. So moving over to the Poly D, the thing that we're going to be worried about whenever we do this is the cutoff frequency and emphasis. Most of the other controls won't affect anything, and we're not going to use distortion until we get to the DX. But basically all we're doing is we're coming in on the external in with a 1/4 inch I have turned on the external in volume. We've got it about here. All the oscillators are off. You hit hold, and then you hit a key, and it leaves it open, and now the sound will pass right through. Before I forget, another element to this sound is there is a kind of an LFO working on the filter. So we're going to make sure our filter modulation is on and our oscillator modulation is off. And it's sitting about here for me, and I don't know if you can see the speed it's blinking, but you'll be able to hear it. But this is kind of a personal taste thing, like on however far you think it needs to be. This is just going to be an approximation of the sound, but it should be pretty close. So let's get on a tripod and let's check it out. Okay, now that we're here and we're rolling in Pro Tools, everything's all plugged in, I'm going to listen to the sound real quick, and it's going to play for you as well, right? It's almost got kind of a duck quality to it. So we're going to try to nail that. I've got the cutoff maybe at 1 o'clock, and the emphasis is sitting about on the number 2 on the dial, and this is about what we've got here. That's pretty good. That's all right. Okay, so that was the Porta sound. I like that one. This one is the DX sound. This patch is a modified version of a banjo patch that I found in this cartridge that came with it. Do not worry though. You don't need a cartridge, and as you know, if you have a DX, you can program it. It's just really hard to know. There's not a lot of visual information for what's going on. It's really a lot of menu diving. But what I will do for you is at the end of the video, I will have a picture that will be the exact settings, like all the operators, the algorithm, the values, and it'll all be on a nice little page, and you can just take one of the goofy onboard sounds like the liftoff or something, or like the train sound, and just obliterate that and give it a banjo. But this is just slightly different than the regular banjo. I think I just tweaked some of the frequencies. There was one where they had put it, like, used the fine control and made it like 0.06 higher than the other. So if you sustain the note, it would become like enharmonic in a weird way. So I just cleared that out. And the only thing that we're going to be doing differently about this one is we're going to turn on the distortion section here. And we're going to put distortion, I'm going to start at about 4. We're going to put tone at about 2, level at 10. And we're going to give our track another listen real quick. So if you're listening along with me. Okay. And we're going to try to tweak. Sounds pretty good. So before I make any judgments about what I think about these sounds, I'm going to go ahead and play both of them back to back with a small clip of the original sound. And I'd like to know which one you think is closer. But let's go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, now that we've listened to it, I'll let you know what I think. I lean towards the DX7's version of the sound. I think it's less banjo-y, possibly, than the Portasounds version. But the playability is a little better on the DX, obviously, because the keys. And something about the timbre, I just really like how it sounds. It's real. It's fun. Um, Neither are exactly the same, as you've noticed. But I think it's as close as we can get with what we've got, and that's always a good thing to try to do. It can be easy as a musician to feel like you can't do what you need to do unless you have exactly what you need. And in some cases, it is like that. But in some cases, it's not. In some cases, you really can find a pretty close approximation to something, and you can really do it justice. And I hope that that's what we've done today. Let me know if you disagree. I mean, if you have a pro soloist, post a video, and send it to me. I want to hear it. I want to hear your banjo setting. I want to hear somebody playing this lick, because this version of Chameleon, I think we can all agree. I mean, if you watch that video, I think you would find it hard to look me in the eyes and tell me that that is not at least as good as the studio version. I mean, that's a fucking killer sound, man. I don't know how the sheer inventiveness to see the word banjo and think, oh, funk bass. I'm going to make this a funk bass track. Like, it's fucking genius. And Herbie's a genius. And I love Herbie, and we love Herbie. And I'm just really thankful that we get to live in a time where we can find this concert footage, easily post it online, and we can appreciate it for what it is and for the value it added to music as a whole. So, thank you for watching. If you're waiting on the DX picture, it's right after this. See you next time.